welcome everybody. We're really excited to have you all. This event has grown significantly from last year, which is great. So I'll get to that in a second. One of the things I wanted to talk about first was basically the logistics of the meeting. And one of the logistics that we received a lot of feedback on last year is that the videotaping did not have good sound quality. So this year we have mics for the speakers, and so the sound should come through loud and clear if you're on the internet. If you're here, we don't have amplification. So we need to project our voices and stuff like that. So I'm sorry, just don't cause too much noise and commotion, and hopefully the people in the back can hear the speaker. So as far as layout goes, we have two rooms. This is Garage 1. Garage 2 is on the other side of the wall there. Garage 2 has tables laid out, and so the tables have power strips and stuff like that. You're more than welcome to use that room to recharge laptops or escape the noise or whatever you want. There will be 2 tracks in the afternoon, and so there will be a talk happening over there as well as in here. As far as timing goes, all the talks are going to be about 25 minutes plus 10 minutes of questions and answers. And to avoid the schedule going too far off, we want to hold all the questions until the end. And so I think that's it. There are restrooms around the corner, and there's food and other stuff outside. One of the things we really want to encourage is people talking about what they're doing, talking to other people and whatever. The tables outside or the other room, if it's available, are great places to do that. So with all that out of the way, I want to say thank you to our sponsors. So this year we've had a number of contributions from Adobe, Google, and University of Illinois. And these contributions let us bring our student speakers in this year. And we have a number of great speakers from all kinds of crazy different places. And we're really excited to have them. They're doing great stuff, and so we get to learn about what they're doing. We also have Apple, who sponsored us, and I'd like Francois to come up and say a few words about that.
Hi, I'm François Jouot. I'm Chris's manager. And well, thank you for coming. Some people came from just across the campus. Others came from around the world. So thanks for making the effort to make the trip. I also want to thank the LLVM team for their preparation. We learn a lot about where we're taking LLVM, where the community is taking LLVM, and how it's been used in the afternoon as well. And I also want to thank Tanya and Ted, because without them this wouldn't have happened. Please stand up. Woo! They've worked tirelessly with and despite the bureaucracy at Apple, outside Apple. And Chris also. I've been working with him for 2 years now, and he's a shooting star. He's made a specialty of dedicating laptops, so we'll make sure we have unerased markers. And if you want to have your laptop dedicated by Chris,
So, okay.
Have fun today, learn a lot, and we'll be available for questions throughout the day.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. So Apple contributed the food and the location and a bunch of other things, as well as paying the salaries of some of the people writing talks and things like that. So the overall plan today is that we have a series of talks. The talks, like I said before, are 35 minutes, including questions and answers. The basic overview is in the morning. We have a few background talks on starting from the front end, going back, about Clang, talking about the work happening there, about the overview of the code generator, about the register allocator, things like that. After that, we talk about building a JIT with LLVM and how to do it so that it is fast and doesn't take tons of memory, which is good. After that, we have lunch, and then there are a number of application talks, including Chuck Rose from Adobe. Ted will be talking about Static Analyzer. Nuno Lopez will be talking about building a JIT compiler for PHP. Anton will be talking about his new compiler driver. John Criswell will be talking about SVA, the Secure Virtual Architecture. After the break, then Nicholas Jeffrey will be talking about VMKit, an amazing new piece an amazing new entire sub-project that he's brought to the LLVM community. Tim Sanders will be talking about hardware synthesis and VHDL, and Scott Peterson will talk about his crazy adventures getting Quake to run in a web browser. And much more, I'm sure. So with that, one of the other things I forgot to mention is we're going to have a panel discussion, so we can have a public discussion of where things are going or what's happening or whatever else you're interested in. There's also lunch and dinner provided if you register for dinner. Dinner is going to be tight, and so if you did not register for meals, please wait until everybody who has eaten, and then if there's leftovers, go for it. But I think that's it. And so up next is Steve to talk about crazy Clang stuff.